We're studying this evening the Torah section of this week, Parashat HaShavua, Shoftim. I would like to review some of the words that are spoken in this parasha, where we are instructed to walk in the ways of God all of the days. In Hebrew, v'lalechet bidrachav kol hayamim. Now, I don't think this just means, according to rabbinic tradition, it doesn't just mean to observe the commandments, which of course is true. You're supposed to observe the commandments all the days. We don't have days where you're not supposed to observe commandments. You're always supposed to follow the ways of Hashem. But according to rabbinic tradition, in the Midrashim, in the Sifrei and elsewhere, lalechet bidrachav, to walk in the ways of God, implies a certain level of following pathways of sensitivity, kindness, a certain level of empathy, a certain level of caring, a certain level of giving. God does not behave selfishly. God has no personal need. God is acting to help others. When we walk in the ways of God, then we are trying to follow this pathway of imitatio Dei, of imitating God. And what we do is, we follow in the pathways of Hashem. Mahu rachum, afata rachum. Mahu chanun, afata chanun. Mahu gomel chasadim, afata gomel chasadim. Whatever we find about God's compassion, so too we try to emulate in our own lives. But there's a brilliant teaching in this great work of the Chafetz Chaim I have in front of me. The name of the book, which I highly recommend, is a book called Ahavat Chesed. It's a wonderful compilation on the laws and practices of kindness. It was written by one of the kindest people of the previous generation, commonly known as the Chafetz Chaim, the author of the book Mishnah Berurah, Yisrael Meir HaKohen. And this particular edition, I believe one of our great friends here is close to the rabbi who wrote it, Rav Zicherman, wrote a commentary on this book. Yes, on Ahavat Chesed. It's a wonderful, wonderful edition. It's one of the best editions of Ahavat Chesed. It's also been translated into English. Anybody interested in a book about loving kindness? And he makes the following comment of the Chafetz Chaim. He says, there are some people who feel, I will follow the pathways of kindness occasionally. I will find certain days, certain points in my life where I'll volunteer. I'll go into a certain hospice. May all the people be healed tonight. May there be no need for such places. I'll go into a certain hospital. May there be no need for hospitals, only maybe maternity centers, but may all the people be healed immediately. I'll go in and I'll take care of elderly people. May they all be strong and healthy forever. You know, I'll volunteer. I'll volunteer for a good cause. I'll volunteer to help the hungry. May they find independent sources of sustenance. You know, I'll volunteer to take care of the people from broken families. I'll volunteer to help those people who unfortunately are temporarily sightless. I'll take care of those people who can't walk, God forbid. But I'm not going to do it all the time. Every Wednesday night, I have a slot in my week where I volunteer for chesed. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. But the Chafetz Chaim says, that's not what it says in our text. In Parashat Shoftim it says, v'lalechet bidrachav kol hayamim. All the days you're supposed to be involved in chesed. All the days you're supposed to be involved in kindness. It's not enough to have occasional acquaintanceship with chesed.
רצום לשיר רבותיי, בזכות יוסף הצדיק ואפרים רומם. פעם מפלורידה התחזקת, אתמול הבאת את אליהו, היום את יוסף, יוסף הצדיק, אפרים.
Let not one day of our lives pass where we haven't performed an act of kindness. And this reminded me a little bit of the introduction to a wonderful work here, Ein Yaakov, a great commentary on the Agadah of Talmudic literature. In his introduction, he quotes a midrash, and And he says he doesn't know the source of the midrash, but he heard the following midrash. There were certain rabbis sitting around discussing what's the most important text in the Torah. So one rabbi says, well, the most important text is Shema Yisrael. Right? Hear, O Israel, the Lord, O God, the Lord is one. The all-encompassing statement about the most basic belief principle of the Jewish people. You know, the oneness of God, the soul level of connection to seeing God in everything. The other one said, well, I have a sense which is even more important than that. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. You shall love your friend just as you love yourself. Because that's really the essence of so much of what Judaism is about. And the third rabbi gets up and says, you know what I think the most important sentence in the Bible is? The sentence where it speaks about how every day in the temple they brought one sacrifice in the morning and one sacrifice in the afternoon. Et hakeves achad taseh b'boker, et hakeves hasheni taseh. That's the most important sentence in the Bible. The daily sacrifice in the temple. And it seems that in the discussion of the midrash that he's quoting, a certain rabbi gets up and says, that's the answer. That's the most important sentence. So I heard from several great rabbis. I once heard Rav Boaz Mori quoting this teaching. Shalita, one of the spiritual leaders of Leva Torah. I think he was quoting the name of the spiritual leader, Karen Biavneh. What is it? This is the most important sentence in the Torah. So offer a daily sacrifice in the morning, daily sacrifice in the afternoon. Maybe the answer is that to do something once in a while, to do something in an excited way, occasionally, yeah, maybe we're all capable of that. Can you do it every morning? Can you do it every afternoon? Can you follow the teachings of God with excitement and exhilaration all the time? If you can, then you're fulfilling the commandment of our Torah section, Lechet b'drachav kol hayamim. May we do so in the highest level of successful fulfillment. Thank you so much for listening. Shalom. Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak Yaakov Moshe v'Aaron David u'Shlomo v'imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah v'yivarech v'yapeh v'yichazek v'yitzar v'yishmar et Yirmiyahu ben Priva Nechama.